I'm an associate member at KCC. I've been working with KCC for about 4 years now. Here's my friend Festo, co-founder of KCC, former chairman of KCC as well. What's the background of KCC? I think maybe you should go with the background. I didn't start.
Hi, my name is Festo Chengula. I'm the co-founder, as someone said, KCC. So, KCC started since 2007. We started the youth from the community in Kigamboni, and we started this like after experiencing various problems, things so ago, like our young, our childhood. Some were like street, like myself. I stayed on the street like 4 years almost. Then, because of living that life, then I decided later to join this street children center. It's where I lived there and I got education, like primary up to secondary. Then after that, I was volunteering with another organization in town. And then I decided to come in Kigamboni and share with people, friends that we have together, then we can do something within the community, like understanding like all the problems, like all this street or wherever it comes from the community level. So if we start something there in the community and can give access to children and to everyone, that we can stop these people going to the street because they don't have chance. So we have like lots of activities up to now, but we started with zero capital and we organized ourselves and we went to ask to the local government to get the premises, the building, all the building, it was like useless, no one was using it. So we had to clean it and start our activities. What we started, we were 5 of us, but we just shared anyone who has, and someone was able to teach a bit, and someone was good in fine arts, and one was good in alphabets, and I was a bit good in English, and I had experience of being volunteer and all the life that I experienced in the street and kind of stuff. So that was my position to become chairman, because I could be able to organize the other things, to go about, meet people and talk about what we are trying to do. So, but by now we have lots of activities. I think if I give all my story and everything, the 6 minutes is not enough. And I know myself, I speak a lot, but I'll say in short, we have vocational training, we have computer classes, we have English classes, we have dropout, for those who didn't finish school and kind of stuff, or didn't have a chance. And also, we have solving problems, and also we have sports and games that happening there. So we have KCC Future. We bought the land because we wanted to secure the organization, because the place was been given for free from the government, but we knew in the future they will come and we want to do something there, or they need the area. So our big plan was a mission to find the land where we can develop, build our offices and do other activities there within our premises. So this is how we do, and we have partnership with other organizations now working with us, and we have Living Lab from Brand came, taught us great stuff about the Google thing, social media stuff, and now it's going on there, and people they enjoy the land, and now coming close about the global network and understanding other people where they are for all of us. So this is short, maybe someone can add more.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
So globally, maybe if you can come back to the background. So I remember when I met Festo was about 5 years ago or something like that. So he told me about his idea that he started this community center. It was really small at the moment. It was like maybe 1 room and 1 teacher and 1 desk or something like that. But the idea of that I felt like was really good. So really like bringing talents together and try to do something. So people are struggling in this community, but everyone has really a talent that they can use. So if they can come together and then try to put these talents together, then maybe you can make something out of it. We thought this idea was good, and for me, like thinking about this, my big point was sustainability, as you mentioned a bit in your speech. So for me, like it was to try to find a way to make this whole talent thing come together, being sustainable, so people be able to generate their own money or organize their own training aspect into it. So for example, we have a tourism business. So using that business, we can train guides, we can train drivers and things like that. We use these drivers to our business, but after that, you begin enough skills and you can go out in the world and you can live their own thing. What's our challenges at the moment, Festo?
Yeah.
Many challenges. Like the big one is really difficult. I think for me, maybe I can say, maybe you can say one of your challenges. For me, the challenge is really. So we're trying to develop something that's great, trying to develop something that's solid. And you know, we're working with people with not really a lot of education, working with people that come from really difficult backgrounds. So it's putting all these things together and try to make something really sustainable is kind of difficult. And also one of the challenges I find is how it works really in the international development kind of system. Sometimes I find like it's hard to have access to funding that we need. Like it seems like we always need to do something that people want us to do. Like for example, these guys are funding this kind of opportunities, so we have to follow that line. But sometimes we have ideas, but we find it hard to implement because maybe either we can't explain or communicate right, or either like people that don't feel like it's a good idea, or things like that. So at the end of the day, these are, I think, for me, the biggest challenges. I don't know about you, Festo.
Yeah, it's like the same thing. Like, you know, the organization now is like, it's big and outside when you see it, but inside it's kind of really hard for us to do all these jobs because the sustainability of ourselves is like, it's nothing completely. Like, as we've been working for many years voluntarily, you know, no one gets paid and trying our level best to make sure that we help each other. So this is like really big challenges. And another challenge is like we don't have like people with like skills that they have acquired from university or whatever secondary school to at least or to the colleges to get kind of skills. Also, this is kind of problem we're struggling with. We have very few people who are able to do the things in another way. But people, they just use their experience and how they know the work. They have been doing voluntary for a long time, so they just use that to perform and make sure that the organization is moving forward.
One success story, for me, I think success story would be like every day at UCC. So if you come and see for yourself, you see hundreds of kids going there, participating in activities, learning things, and mainly the biggest success through that is that this work has been going on voluntarily for years now, and we still have volunteers right from the beginning. They haven't been paid anything, and they're still going there doing this job because they believe, you know, I think everyone really wishes to get something for this job, but I think that the end goal is not there, and that for me, this spirit is still there. Is really a success story.